Hey there, my name is Zeal, and today I'm going to be taking you on a DreamWorld adventure. This is going to be the first episode in a series called Build Your World with Zeal, and I'm going to be walking you through how to build, where to find resources, and how to craft the tools you need along the way. DreamWorld's alpha is currently under development and has been for a little over 4 months now. Before that, DW was in prototype for 8 months with 2 devs part-time. Now, DreamWorld has 1 part-time and 4 full-time developers, putting out weekly feature releases you can go and see a list of in the DreamWorld Discord and the DreamWorld News channel. I will link that Discord below. DW also just started a blog with more information on each of its weekly releases over the last year on its website, which I will link below as well. This world is very much still in development and will be for many years. Most modern PC or console games take around 3 to 5 years to put together before they release to the public, but DreamWorld wanted to bring players along for the development ride during that time. Alright, right off the bat you'll notice a few things. One, we've got a mini-map in the top right corner. We don't see much on there right now, but if we get closer to these bubbles, which are things called Elysian Spirit Lantern areas, you'll start to see, there we go, chests popping up. And those are where other people have put chests down with resources in them. And basically we want people to come over and start interacting with places that people have built up. And that right there, underneath that white piece in that building, is an Elysian Spirit Lantern. And it's pretty massive. You can size them up to create a larger influence area, which is definitely what this one is. You can see a few off in the distance too. Something to note, apart from the minimap on the HUD, we've got a health bar, hunger bar, and mana bar. So we won't be using our mana probably for a while, because magic definitely takes a lot of resources to go and collect, and we need to build up there first. But we really need to keep our hunger bar up, because if we don't keep our hunger bar up, we will die. So we need to find some food pretty quickly. Oh, perfect. Oh, look at that. A berry bush right next to a mushroom. Alright, so now that we've collected them, and that was a left click on the berry bush and a left click on the mushroom, we can go into our inventory with E. And we'll see, oh, I was collecting some mushrooms beforehand just so I didn't die while I was running around. But if we take the mushrooms, for example, and use them, eat them, you'll see our satiation meter right underneath the hunger bar going up. So once we start losing hunger, I'll come back and show you what that looks like eating berries and mushrooms. But, so the left click to gather, to harvest, is how we interact with the things in the world around us. So if we do the same to the ground, we can actually deform the ground. The entire world, everything you see, is totally destructible, deformable, and moldable, exactly how you want it. It's kind of like a big ball of clay, and we're pushing into the ground right now, where there are some really cool resources underground, and we can do this in every biome that we find. You'll see much more on the other biomes in a little bit. But so let's keep pushing into the ground. You'll see in the bottom left that we're gaining resources. So apart from the red berry that we gained earlier, we're punching the ground and getting dirt predominantly. So we've got 44, 45, 46 dirt total. And every once in a while we're punching dirt, we'll gain a dry grass. So I think we've got 5 right now. Let's see how long it takes us to, there you go, 6. So from dirt, you can get dirt, dry grass, and also flint. And we definitely need flint. And I'll show you why we need flint when we're building a tool in just a second. Let's see if we can get any flint. I think by the time we get to 100 dirt, we should have gotten at least one. But yeah, RNG, roll the dice. There we go. We got 1 flint. Let's go and see at a crafting bench back in the city what we need. Ooh, there we go. Another mushroom. I think we should just pick those up whenever we see them. If we see berry bushes, mushrooms, basically you just want to gather resources just in case. Because you don't want to find yourself in a predicament where you've got no hunger and also no food, because that's just, it's not a good time running out trying to find food and dying. So just gather it all up whenever you see it. It should be fine. But right now we're pointing back towards this huge plateau, and on top of the plateau is the city, the starter city, where you spawn in. And if we actually had certain resources, which we will find later, called smelted white crystal, we would actually be able to fly up over the side of that plateau and straight into the city. So everything is persistent. You're not moving into a different level as you're going. You are in the world around you, and you can move about it freely. I'll show you this area a little bit later. Some people have made some incredible things inside that Elysian Spirit Lantern, but right now we're headed straight towards the plateau, and there it is. Right alongside it is a teleporter straight back into the city. Oh, you can see the shadows moving across. Alright, so we're looking for the crafting bench. There we go. What's up, dude? So we've got a lot that we can make, and these are the higher level. The crystal pickaxe, shovel, and axe are all super high level stuff that we can get much later. So let's start out with our dirt axe. This is why we needed flint. We've got 50 dirt, so we've got 99 dirt actually. We've got more than enough, but we definitely need to go back out and get that flint. And just so we know that we have enough, I'm going to set it as a quest. We're going to close. And now, in the right-hand side of the screen, you're going to see recipe, dirt axe, and the ones in green, the resources in green, are the resources that we already have. We definitely need more flint, so we're going to go back out and pound dirt. Depending on how long it takes, I may just skip through it, but we'll see. It may be faster than we think. And another thing to note is there's a sphere of influence around the plateau as well. So if I wanted to dig here, for example, it's too close to the city. I can't dig around there. We actually had a lot of people asking us whether or not we were going to try and combat people making a huge trench around the starting area, and no one ever tried. This is probably the most trench we've seen in the starter area. So, oh well. Oh, these are flowers, and they're used for a lot of different recipes. You can't eat them, though, so wouldn't try that one. But okay, now we're far enough away that we can start pounding dirt again, and we're going to keep our eye on the left-hand corner, bottom, to see whether or not we have the amount of flint we need. But we can also take a look at our counter going up on the right-hand side. So, let's see, I may speed past this, but we'll see how quickly it goes. Maybe I come up with something that's fun to talk about while we're doing it, but, oh gosh, I love the lighting. And yeah, wow, this flint is particularly difficult. Once we have a shovel, actually, you start gathering the layer that you're cutting into. So this is, let's call this a ground layer. So if you're cutting into the ground layer with a shovel, for example, you're going to get 3 times as much, or you're going to get 3 times as fast. You're going to get resources 3 times as fast. So I would be getting 3 times as much dirt right now, and also the speed at which I was picking up flint would increase. Oh wow, we just got 2 flint really quickly there. So let's just keep that and maybe get another boost up. And maybe we'll also find some of the resources in here. I'm not going to give away what resources are where. We're just going to find them over the course of all of this, these series, but the episodes in this series. But there are some really cool things that we can find and then also process. So if you find resources, there's a good chance that you can process them into something else, especially if they're metals. We can go back and I'll show you that at a smelter. Oh, we're at 4 flint. Just one more. Come on. Where are you at? But yeah, once we have all of our resources for this dirt axe, we're going to run back into the city. Actually, I'm going to run down to someone else's build out here. Someone has made a crafting bench that we can use, and we'll make it down there so I can show you more of what people are building. This series is going to be pretty much entirely about how to build and building something huge. And I think we're going to try... Oh, wow, okay, we got 6 flint now. I'm going to run down to the water and find someone's build that we can go and use the crafting bench at. But yeah, so this entire series, we're going to make just a massive thing. I don't know what we're going to make. I have no idea what's going to go around, but who who knows? Maybe we'll use some reference, like a super cool castle out in Europe or something like that. But we're gonna build something awesome, and we're gonna see if we can get some other people to come and build with us. So, oh wow, yeah, okay. These are things I definitely want to show you guys before we jump in on our build, but maybe we save that for the second episode. I think I can use a crafting bench over here. There we go. Okay, so there are also smelters and cooking campfires, as well as an alchemy bench and a couple of others. But we're going to use the crafting bench right now and pull up our dirt axe, and we should have enough to craft. Perfect. Then we just wait for a little bit. But yeah, so as soon as we have a dirt axe now, and you see it auto equips into our hotbar. If I wanted to, I could do. Oh no, you can't equip that. So like something like. Oh, I have to close first. There we go. So now if I go into my inventory, put that right there. I could just put my dirt axe over there, so I have my dirt axe and some food on the hotbar. And you see, as soon as I scroll over that axe, it pops up into my hand. And yeah, it's made out of dirt somehow. We're we're just gonna use it and move past. But as soon as I swing with my left click on this tree, you'll see it cuts it exactly where I positioned my cursor. So perfect. And if I zoom out into third person, you'll see get a nice clean swing. Oh, somebody's left the chest down here. Let's see what's in it. Okay, all right. Ooh, okay. This question mark is a high-level resource. Oh, conifer wood. Okay, I really love building out of conifer wood, so we may come back to that. But read that. Actually, I think I know who left that chest there. Oh, and this thing next to it is a big hunk of copper. So copper is one of the resources that you can find inside the dirt ground layer. Let's keep cutting down trees, because we definitely will need birch for a lot of things that we do. And I'll show you what those are in just a second. But yeah, some of the bigger ones you chop down and they'll fall because they're too big to collect. So all you want to do is just chop them again, and you should pick them up. And these will regrow, so we don't need to worry about deforesting the area. But let's see, how much do I have? All right, 45 birchwood gain. That's not a crazy amount. I'm also gaining red leaves and green leaves, which are useful for other recipes in the near future of our progression. But let's go and take a look at what we need birchwood for. If we go to cooking, and we want to do cooked meat, for example, we definitely need birchwood to cook raw meat that we can get from hunting animals. Also, actually no, it's not going to be in the smelter. It's going to be a crafting bench, I believe. Yeah, we're going to need birchwood for our wood axe. We don't want to get a wood axe just yet. We don't need it. Instead, we're just going to work some birch trees for a little bit, and then I'm going to show you actually how we're going to make a chest so that we can start keeping resources not on our person. Because as you can see, we've got 30 slots, I believe, 30 slots, and those fill up very quickly because we've only been punching dirt and going and running and getting birch wood, but there's tons of resources out here. I'll show you very briefly what I'm talking about. I'll switch over to my mushrooms. Actually, yeah, switch over to my mushrooms so I don't use any durability accidentally. But there's a whole world under. Oh, somebody's making cool things under here. That's so cool. But we can gather things like seaweed. And I think this is a shell. Oh, I'm starving. All right, I have to eat once I'm starving. And you can see, so I'm right-clicking to utilize mushrooms in my hotbar. And as I'm right-clicking, you can see that the food is going up on the left-hand side. The hunger bar is going up, and the food that sticks around, you can see exactly how much you're getting over how much time right there in the left-hand side. So if I eat a little bit more, there you go. You'll see one mushroom is 5 seconds or 6 seconds of 2 food replenishment. But yeah, as I was saying, everything is collectible. So if I wanted to punch into the ground here, this is shore mud, and every once in a while I'm punching shore mud, I'm going to get something else. And that's pretty much the same with everything. So pretty much everything is a resource. Got some kelp. Let's get out of here before we get punched up by some sharks. Let's see, actually, if we can see a shark real quick. Oh, they may be hiding. I know sometimes they lurk around the bottom and they're hard to see. Yeah, let's get out of here. Because sharks are pretty hardcore until you have some armor on you. We're actually getting to the 15-minute mark here. So I am going to get a few more resources just to show you everything is collectible. And it's a lot of fun to find the resources that you didn't know were out there. Reeds, every once in a while you'll pick up, I believe it's a small blue crab or a crawdad. But yeah, it's, if you don't think that something is interactable, if you don't think that something is something to collect or pick up, you're probably incorrect. And if you're not incorrect, please tell us and we will make it that way. So pick up the mushrooms, make sure you have them on you. Definitely want to have this food supply. Actually, eat some red berries. And let's see. Oh yeah, we were gonna go and make a chest. So in the next episode, I'm just gonna keep recording, and I'll make this another episode that I'll put up pretty soon. I'm not sure if we're gonna do these weekly or if we're gonna do these more often. But yeah, this entire series. Here, I'm gonna do a little hello. This entire series is going to be about building. So the first part of building, of course, is to gather resources, and you get a little view of what it's like to craft things and how to find the resources necessary to craft things, and we're definitely going to be diving deep into that in future episodes. So thank you so much for being here, for listening, for being interested and being a part of this, and we'd love to have you as a part of the community. So if you want to come and join us on Discord, I will leave that link below in the description. And yeah, you can go and check out our website as well. We just started a blog I talked a little bit about earlier, where we have a lot more information on our weekly developments. And yeah, it's been an absolute blast putting out weekly updates and just pumping more features into DreamWorld. And like I said earlier, this is very much a work in progress, and we would love to have you along to tell us what you'd like to see made in DreamWorld next. We've got a huge backlog, probably multiple years worth of all the things that we really want to put in, and we love hearing suggestions for what you guys want put in as well. So yeah, hope you join us over there, and we'll see you for the next episode soon. Alright guys, peace and much love. Zeal out.